YouTube, what's going on, man? Overly awkward, back in the saddle, third video of the day. Oh man, I've had a headache throughout all these videos. But I'm still, or a minor one. But I'm still here. You read the title of these videos, man. Michael Jordan, I took it personal timeline moments. Now, these are gonna be most likely from The Last Dance documentary that aired earlier this year. Was a huge relief for a lot of sports fans who, at that time, sports were canceled. I mean, ESPN was showing, Korean baseball out there. That was the only thing they were showing, really. But Last Dance came on, and it took a lot of pressure off of a lot of sports fans. So, without further ado, man, you guys know I am not a fan of these long intros as I drink my water, trying to get this headache to subside. Let's get going.
If you want to bring out the best in Michael, tell him he can't do something, or he can't do it as good as somebody else. And I think that he takes it as a personal challenge to go out and do it just to prove you wrong.
Childhood.
When I got home and I told my mother I was cut, I was demoralized. I didn't want to play any more sports. I felt like, the coach didn't like me.
And we both cried because I knew he wanted to really compete with the other guys. My words to him was, if you really want it, you work hard over the summer. And he did that summer. He focused. He would practice all day. That basketball never left his hand.
They were so competitive between the two of them. Matter of fact, at that time, it might be said that Larry was the best basketball player.
I always felt like I was fighting Larry for my father's attention.
So I could take Larry out, and he was fascinated by fixing things with his hand, took a lot of pride in it. And Michael would be out, you'd say, give me a Phillips screwdriver, he might give you a pair of pliers, I'd say, get back in the house with your mom. Boy, you're never going to be anything. Just go back with your mom.
I want that approval. I want that type of confidence. So my determination got even greater to be as good, if not better, than my brother.
The number one weapon in the NBA.
Converse had big players and told me we cannot envision you being put ahead of them. Okay, fine.
Did you have a shoe company that you wanted to go with?
That was Adidas. They put a time restriction on me.
Jordan with 10 points in limited playing time.
They had him on 7 minute per half time limit with a stopwatch.
Woo!
It's like, tweet, all right, Jordan, you're out.
Michael Jordan sat down.
He doesn't seem too happy to sit down. He's fired up and ready to go.
I don't know if Jerry came down from the stands to say, hey, get him out of the game, and there's like 30 seconds left.
31 seconds to go. Michael's time is up.
You play the game to win, period. So I don't want to hear about your draft pick. I don't want to hear about missing the playoffs and how good that would be. That's not how you play the game. From that moment on, Michael's relationship with the ownership and management was deeply soured. That never went away.
Game's about to start, and there was 2 other beat writers. Lacey's picked Cavs to sweep in 3. Ken's picked the Cavs to win in 4, and I picked the Cavs to win in 5. The game's just about to start, and Michael walks over to Lacey, and he points to her and says, we took care of you. Then he looks at Kent, and he says, we took care of you. And he looks at me, and we take care of you today.
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo.
God, Bulls win, baby! It's one of the most iconic calls ever. I'm not a Bulls fan. I'm not a Chicago sports fan in general. Really not a Chicago sports fan in general. But this is one of the more iconic sports calls of all time. Even if you're like a casual sports fan, Jordan hitting the shot over Elo in '89. So it's just a very memorable call.
I feel very vindicated from when we started the playoff. The dim look that everybody was giving us. Even I asked you in the locker room, I asked everybody, what was the feeling back in Chicago? Did it write us off yet? And you said some of them have written us off. I said, well, tell those guys to stay there.
And so when he hits the shot, go home, motherfuckers, go home.
Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking anywhere, but you out of here. Whoever's not with us, all you fuckers go to hell.
Oh. Yo, what the heck?
A Ridge wallet. It's a minimalist metal wallet designed to hold everything you need. They've got over 30,000 5-star reviews. There's over 30.
Okay. Before I was so rudely interrupted by Sniper Wolf in the Ridge wallet, whatever. This is going to be the hard part of the video to watch. Because I knew it was coming. You cannot talk about Michael Jordan without talking about my beloved Detroit Pistons. But, let it be known, in the words of Isaiah Thomas, without the Detroit Pistons, there would be no real Michael Jordan. Yeah, I said it. Michael Jordan learned how to be a champion through his battles, not with Magic Johnson, not with Larry Bird, not his little slam dunk appearances against Dominique and Spud Webb and whoever, but against his battles against the Detroit Pistons, who were labeled thugs and bad guys and villains simply for not shaking the hands of these guys when they beat them. Just how the Celtics had treated the Pistons years prior. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. That's going to be a hard part to watch, man.
The NBA was invested in making Michael Jordan its star. The Pistons were slowing that down.
Yeah!
Detroit had Jordan rules.
Yeah. Look at this. Get on the floor.
Pistons' defensive tactics designed to contain their namesake.
I'm getting way too hype. I gotta calm down.
Are enforced whenever Michael is on.
Look at Joe D.
As soon as he steps in the paint, hit him.
Chuck Bailey. This is a Jordan rule. Every time you go to fucking basket, put him on the ground.
How bad do you want it? Are you willing to be injured to score a basket? I don't know how you came out of it alive.
We tried to physically hurt him.
Had no place to go.
How legitimate was the hatred between those Bulls teams and those Pistons?
Oh, I hated it. And yeah, he carries even to this day.
Dude, get over it, bro. Grow up. What are you talking about? Oh, the hate carries over to this day. You got 6 rings, okay? It's not like you got beat by these guys and you never achieved your destiny. You ought to be thanking the Pistons on your hands and knees. They made you who you are. The Celtics and Lakers at that point in time were on the decline. The Pistons, you heard the guy say, the NBA was trying to make Michael Jordan a star, but who was in the way of that? The Pistons. The quote-unquote bad guys. Dirty Detroit, right? These guys, right? Listen, you overcame the Pistons. You went on to win 6 NBA championships. And yet you carry this hate with you? Dude, get over it. Grow up. It's like, dude, bro, get over it. Just make me sick. Yeah, get him, Bill.
Everybody in Chicago hated the Pistons. This was personal. Like, if anybody says it wasn't personal, it was personal.
Outstanding seasons that
get over it.
Clyde the Glide says we're the 2 best in the game, but I'm not getting into a war of words with Mike.
Clyde wasn't a threat. You know, I'm not saying he wasn't a threat, but me being compared to him, I took offense to that. Based on where I was playing at that time, it wasn't even close. So I attacked him every night.
Tony's certainly an outstanding young prospect.
Krause, you know, he's willing to put someone in front of his actual kids who had given him everything that we could give him.
Before the first game against Croatia, Michael says, hey guys, Kukoc, leave him for Scotty and me.
I love Tony Kukoc for who he is. But the way he was introduced to me and Scotty was, you know, I didn't appreciate it, and it drove my energy.
You gotta say that if you don't wear a uniform, you can't accept the gold medal and all that stuff. But they can't hide it like I'm gonna hide it.
Michael
Michael was so singular in his competitive drive and that he could not bear the thought of wearing the Reebok logo on a global stage. So he covered the Reebok logo up with the United States flag.
Do you know the Bradford Smith story? Has anybody told you that?
Oh, yeah.
Bradford Smith had a game. I mean, he had a game of games. In Chicago, Bradford Smith scores 37 points against Michael Jordan. Bradford Smith, walking out of the gym, had said, "Nice game, Mike." And you knew that this wasn't going to go down well.
The next night, they play in Washington.
He said, tomorrow in the first half, I'm going to have what this kid had in the game. I've never seen a man go after another player the way he did.
Jordan scores 36 in the first half.
He took such umbrage at a guy saying, "Nice game, Mike," that he torched and humiliated him.
Okay, well, they're not going to tell it, but that story, Bradford Smith actually did not say that. That was all in Michael's head. That's the psychopath that is Michael Jordan. But you know what? In a weird type of way, that's what I respect most about Michael Jordan. That mentality. That psychopathic, just by any means mentality. And if my head was not, throbbing right now, I'd be more, I could I can really get into like what that means. Like, I love that mentality. Growing up a socially awkward kid, you want confidence, you want, mental toughness, mental stability. Not mental stability, mental toughness. I wasn't crazy. But yeah, I respect that. Mental toughness, confidence. I respect that from Michael Jordan, but
I knew that Jerry Krause loved Dan Marley. And just because Krause liked him was enough for me. You think he's a great defensive player? Okay, fine. I'm gonna show you that he's not. I put it in my mindset that if I don't do this, then they're gonna consider him on the same level as me. And that motivated me to attack. Yeah, Brian Russell. When I was playing baseball, Utah was in town to play the Bulls. I go over and say hello to John and Carl. And this kid, Brian Russell, comes up to me and said, "Man, why you quit? Man, you knew I could guard your ass. I couldn't move. You had to quit." I said, "Carl, you need to talk to this dude, man." He's just a young rookie. But from that point on, he's been on my list.
Brian Russell on Michael Jordan. We're down 5. Jordan put moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Out of 1. Here we go. Open. Chicago with the lead. Here at the United Center, and the Orlando Magic gets the victory. Look at Horace. They're booing him up on the shoulders, Bob.
That was one of Michael's lowest points when they came back and they didn't win. He hated the fact that the horse was on the other team when they beat him. That's what he took to heart.
If you know MJ as a...
Yo, also, really quickly, I hate how they did Horace Grant in this doc. Trying to paint him out as a snitch and a rat and all that stuff. There was no definitive proof that he was the one who leaked all that information to Sam Smith. It's just rumor and hearsay, and just because Michael Jordan thinks it or wink wink, he's implying it. Oh, it was Horace. It was Horace. I hated that. I hate it when people are accused of things just off of hearsay and rumors. You know what I'm saying? Not actual evidence or facts. I can't stand that. And there are a lot of people walking this planet right now who will buy into just, oh, well, the rumor is he did it, so I believe, so he did it. The rumor is that she did it, oh, so she must have did it. Like, I can't stand people who just cannot think for themselves and look into things themselves. So when I remember seeing this in the doc, and on Jerry Krause's part, I felt bad for him too. But Horace Grant, I felt bad for because there was no definitive evidence given in that doc that Horace Grant leaked anything. And I know either present or future viewers are gonna see this and be like, "Oh, Shiny, you don't know." Go ahead and leave a comment. Like, leave me definitive evidence from that doc in which Horace Grant was proven to have leaked some information. Yeah, all these years later, Michael Jordan sits there with a cigar, like, well, I think it's Horace, but you know what? I don't know. It's just like wooing this guy's.
That do very well.
For what?
Only thing he was doing during the summer, having Orlando Magic on his mind. That's all. We didn't have a chance.
You know, it's the Sonics.
During the finals, we go out to dinner one night. George Carl's over on the other side, having dinner. Hey, there's George Carl over there. And George Carl does not come over and speak to him.
He walked right past me. Man, look at Mossy. Really? Oh, so that's how you gonna play it.
Why would he talk to you? Why would he talk? He's the head coach of the opposing team that you're going to be fighting against in the finals. Why would he talk? See, why would he talk to you? I wouldn't talk to you either. I'm the head coach of the Sonics. I'm about to go into war for an NBA championship against Michael Jordan. Why would I walk over and say hi to Michael Jordan? I'm not friends with Michael Jordan. I'm about to coach my behind off, or he's tried to, against Michael Jordan. Oh, well, he didn't say hi to me in the restaurant, so I felt some way about that. Really? Are you that sensitive? Like, bro, it's not, this is not took it this is sensitive. That's dumb. Why would he talk to you? He's the coach of the opposing team. You want him to what? You want him to walk over there and kiss your butt? Oh, Mr. Michael Jordan, it's going to be an honor to coach against you in the finals. It's going to be my lowly Seattle Sonics against the greatness of Michael Jordan. Oh. Not everybody's going to... It's crazy, too. Had Seattle won that NBA championship in '96, they'd still be in Seattle today. There would be no push to have them move to Oklahoma City, or no screw job to move them to Oklahoma City. And I may react to some Sonic Gate videos about that, but in the future. But this is stupid. Oh, the opposing coach didn't say nothing to me, so I took it personal. I gotta kill his team. It's the NBA Finals. You shouldn't need motivation to go after his team. He's coaching for a championship. You're playing for your fourth championship. What are you talking about?
You know, he just kind of went by, and I went, uh-oh.
You gonna play?
You know, he just kind of went by, and I went, uh-oh. Should have never done that.
You gonna do this? Okay, fine.
Typical Chicago crybaby.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
You shouldn't need that. You know what? I'm not gonna try to pause no more. I'm gonna sit back and chill, cause that's just, yo, and my head's throbbing.
It became personal with me.
What was the biggest motivating factor going into that series for you?
Karl Malone get MVP.
Congratulations, Karl Malone, 1996-97.
Now that makes sense. That is legitimate motivation. You not winning MVP, some other guy being named the most valuable player over you. That's legitimate motivation. Not being spoke to by the opposing coach, that's not. You know, just...
NBA
this is motivation.
So we knew immediately where this was going.
I'm not saying he wasn't deserving of it. All I'm saying is that fueled the fire in me. Say, okay, you think he's MVP? Okay, fine, no problem.
Krause wants to make the point, organizations win championships, not players.
Jerry Krause, the Bulls general manager, says, quote, organizations win titles, not players.
It sounded like he was making a very specific point to a very specific person.
Those guys who work in the front office They were good people. But the most important part of the process is the players. So for him to say that is offensive to the way that I approach the game.
Jordan against Armstrong. Armstrong backs up to the sideline. Works off a D-box screen to the right wing. Pull out Compton. BJ gives the Hornets a 5-point lead.
Really quick, BJ Armstrong, fellow suburban Oakland County guy, went to Brother Rice, which is a rival of my high school, Country Day. So I found that out years ago, and I was like, oh, well, he's basically one of us. So, yeah. BJ Armstrong.
BJ kind of forgot, what drives us. He woke us up if we were in a sleep, and we've been able to capitalize on that.
It shocked the Bulls 78-76 in Chicago to even that best-of-7 series at 1. And it was a former Bull, B.J. Armstrong, whose jumper with 18 ticks left sealed the win for Charlotte. After the reaction.
I see if all that trash talking starts when it's 0-0 instead of 5-6 point lead. That's where it starts.
BJ hitting that shot and staring the whole bench down and whatnot, it just didn't sit well with Michael, and we knew we have woke Michael Jordan up.
Came after me in the rest of the series, especially that next game.
B.J. Armstrong tonight only 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting.
That series with Indiana was the hardest playoff series we had. They were big, they were strong, they were physical.
If I had to pick a team that gave us the toughest time in the East, Indiana was probably the toughest outside of Detroit.
Thank you. I was gonna say outside Detroit, yeah. This is one of my favorite playoff series of all. Really quickly, this is one of my favorite playoff series of all time. 1998 Eastern Conference Finals, Bulls, Indiana Pacers. Reggie Miller is one of my favorite NBA players of all time, so this is one of my favorite series. It went 7 games. So for all the people with these little memes talking about, oh, Michael Jordan never saw 7 games in his life, y'all don't know basketball. I've seen those for years. Oh, LeBron takes 7 games to win championships. Mike never did that. Ask Reggie Miller about that. Jalen Rose, the Davis brothers, Rick Smits, Larry Bird is the coach. They took MJ to 7 games. Y'all forget about that? Must probably.
They were
Must
tough. Every time I go in that fucking game and come out, I got a new scratch. It became personal with me.
Okay, that's the vid, man. Some of these motivational, I guess, reasons I understand, but I don't know. The George Carl one at the restaurant makes no sense. He makes no sense. And yeah, the Pistons trash talk, man. Without the Pistons, there would be no Michael Jordan. Yeah, I said it. Leave a comment, leave a dislike, whatever, man, as long as I'm getting the views in the videos. But to either present or future viewers, man, thank you for watching. Is this my last video of the day? I don't know. My head is not, it's not like hurting, but it's like, it's a little annoying twinges in the back. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and as always, take care.